What is going on, folks? Welcome back over here to the channel. Today we kick it off with episode 42 of the Mega Farm series. So sit back, relax, smash that like button, and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget we are doing a giveaway, information in the description below. Let's get to it. What is going on, folks? Welcome back over here to the channel. Today we kick it off in the month of April, year 5. And I have some exciting news. I am absolutely stoked. But let's step right over here for a second. And look at that yield bonus. 256%. We figured it out, and it took a little R&D and watching some videos, and I made one sale in the month of October. I want to say it was October. Let me double check, because it was the last month you could plant grass. Where is it at? November. Okay. So we were in November, and I was like, you know what? Let me try this one more time. But I went and sold one pallet of honey so I could buy the equipment we needed, and I purchased a plow, and I purchased a grass roller. However, I didn't have to use that yet. I'll have to use that once I cut this grass. However, the plow worked. I replowed this field, and I did everything how you're supposed to, and we ended up with a huge yield bonus on this field. Like, oh, this is so nice. 122% to 265. We will take that all day. But first things first, we have a lot of goods to sell. It looks like all our chickens fully raised up and are producing eggs, and through the wintertime, they were maxing out the chicken coop every time. 4 full pallets every month, which kind of blew my mind. I didn't expect them to ramp up as much as they did, but I had so many that were still chicks and weren't able to produce, I didn't know it. But we ended up with quite a few eggs that we had to stack up here, because it just kept filling. And then we ended up with quite a bit of goat milk. I had to pull that off one time. I did check the greenhouses every month. It didn't fully fill up our storage, but it was close. So let us go ahead. We're going to load this trailer up, and I have a feeling it's going to take us a couple loads to run everything in. So let me load this first trailer up, and we will catch you as soon as we get to town. Alrighty, so we're rolling into town with our first load. And this was just the eggs, one mushroom greenhouse, and one lettuce greenhouse. That is it. And our trailer is loaded down. It got to the point where everything just kept shaking violently and moving all over the place, and I had to strap it up and we had to go. So this is load number 1. $135,000. Let's go. Now, however, I think I'm going to make a purchase right away. And that purchase is going to be a semi and a trailer, because I am kind of tired of loading these pallets by hand. It takes forever. So let us look here. We have, that does 8.3 tons, 8.7. You know what? I think we're going to go with the Mack. I like the look of that Mac, and the price isn't too bad, especially when we factor on buying a trailer. We're gonna get this old Mac. We'll leave the Continentals on it. Let's see the designs here. I'm a big fan of that one. I like that one a lot. We're gonna roll with that. No filters. Do we want mirrors on it? Yeah, that don't look too bad. None of that. We will rock antennas. I do like that. And I'm keeping that color because that's pretty sweet. And that's 80,000 right there. And then let us go down here and check these out really quick. I'm pretty sure it is this trailer here, if I'm not mistaken. That one doesn't auto load. I think that is our only choice. But that's okay. We're going to go with this trailer anyway. It was kind of the plan. And luckily, it's pretty cheap. Ooh, do we go with the Krone? Or the... I think we got to rock the Farming Simulator trailer. 100%. No questions. Self-loading pallets, yes. What do the tension belts do? That I'm not so sure of. I guess we'll put them on, and if it somehow messes us up, we'll get rid of it, I suppose. So let us go ahead and purchase this. There we go. Oh, look at this beautiful thing. I love this semi so much. Alright. We're going to get this trailer hooked up, and we're going to head back and start loading some more, and we'll see you once we head back this way. Alrighty, we're rolling into town with our second load. One thing I was noticing, though, is it didn't want to fill my mushrooms the same time that it was filling my lettuce. Let me move my truck out of the way really quick. Now, I'm not so sure if it will load the lettuce or not. If not, the mushrooms. If not, that's really not a big deal. But using this is actually pretty new to me. And one thing I've never done is try to sell anything out of this thing. So hopefully that isn't too hard to figure out. But let us go ahead and pull up on the spot here and just see what we're dealing with. Oh, there we go. It definitely sells a lot slower than it does on the trailer. However, loading is so much easier. It takes a bit of time, but honestly, it's so much easier than trying to sit there and stack all those pallets. So I will take it. I guess I can't move. I was trying to back up to make sure it was in the spot, but yeah, that didn't work. So 70, 80, 90, almost 90, 99,000 off that trip of lettuce? Or that load of lettuce? Heck yeah. This is going to be quite the payday. So let us go ahead. We're going to grab the next load, and we'll see you here real quick. Alright, we made it into town for our third trip. And it looks like I can only load one product at a time, but that's okay. We have our oyster mushrooms in this load. So pretty much I'm going to be using this for my lettuce and my honey. And then we'll probably trailer load our eggs and mushrooms separately. But I'm alright with that. The majority of things that I need to pick up are lettuce and honey, and this will help out tremendously. And we will catch you back for the fourth load. Alright, we are pulling in for trip number 4. And this is nothing but lettuce as well. One thing I'm going to have to do is there's still some lettuce left over. I think after we pick up the honey, we're going to have to do one more trip with our truck and trailer. But that's okay, I'm alright with that. This has saved a lot of hassle, to say the least. Now, monthly, honestly, it's probably still going to come in handy every month. I knew going into this new year that we were definitely going to need this. And that adds another pretty much 99,000. Alright, we'll catch you back for the 5th load. And we're here for trip number 5. And this is all the honey. I did have to move our honey production, or where it spawns, because we kind of got stuck in the driveway trying to get back out. So our honey will no longer pop in our driveway. We have a spot set over by our chicken coop for now, until I truly find a really good spot for it. But for now, I'm going to call that okay. And that's another 85,000. So, I think we're done with the semi now. I'm going to drive this back and then come pick up my pickup and load the rest up, and it should be the last trip. So, stay tuned. Alrighty, we made it into town with our last load of goods. And I should have went to the dairy first, but whatever. It's alright. So another 20, almost 27,000 from that. And then we should have a nice chunk off this goat milk. I'm kind of looking forward to when that second goat barn fills up with goats and they all start producing milk. It's going to be a really nice payday then. 82,000 just from those pallets of goat milk. That is killer. And in total, from 5 months since November, minus 1 load of honey, we profited 433,000?
Nice.
434,000? That's pretty killer right there. But we're going to get back to the shop, or the the farm, and we're going to look at a couple things. I'm thinking of purchasing a new barn, possibly, so that way we can put the new semi and trailer in. And I'm kind of hoping that the combine will fit in it as well. But we're going to do a little experimenting and see what'll fit in the location we get, and then we'll decide what we're going to do from there. Alright, we made it back over here to the farm, and I just started kind of messing around a little bit. I'm kind of debating getting rid of all these trees. I went ahead and got rid of some, just so we could flatten this ground out, and I'm looking at a certain building, but I'm trying to get it to fit better than what it would. It's almost too big for this location, but I'm gonna try to make it work. But first, I want to eliminate a few of these trees, and we got to do a little bit more landscaping, which isn't too much of a big deal, but let us go ahead and knock a few more of these trees out. I think this might be the last one. We're definitely going to put some more trees in once we're done, because it looks too bare. But for now, these are in my way. There we go. And now, let us go ahead and open this back up. Well, there we go. I am happy with that. We have got a nice new barn, somewhere where we can store our semi and our combine, and I think everything is out of the weather then. But I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for this episode of the Mega Farm series. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a bit different. I know it. We spent quite a bit of time selling off our goods, but being the first of the year, what are you going to do? We got to be able to make some money and take care of everything. But again, hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.